Hello, everyone. Bitcoin is pumping a lot, and this might be why on the bullish news. There's an event even bigger than the ETF that can pump in even more money into Bitcoin. And they might be riding the waves of this event. We're going up to 45K, maybe today. I thought it was going to take until the end of the year, but today it looks like already at 44.4. And what's that news? You know, the ETF only, BlackRock said was only going to pump 2 to 300 billion into Bitcoin. This event could pump $500 billion into Bitcoin. Not Bitcoin market cap, but $500 in terms of pure money into Bitcoin. There's like a 10 or 20x multiplier there. So we can actually see this pump the market cap by possibly $5 trillion of true. Now, what can pump $500 billion into Bitcoin? Well, Qatar. Yes, there is a rumor that Qatar has $500 billion, probably most of oil and gas money, to pump into Bitcoin. So maybe you Bitcoin people won't think that high gas prices are so bad, because if Qatar gets that money, you know where it's funneling. Yes, it is Bitcoin. And this is more than all the ETFs combined. And Qatar can actually do it. You know why? Because Qatar is so rich in gas money. They have one of the highest GDPs per capita of any country in the world. And of course, I think this is not this rumor just came out today. The colossal buzz in cryptocurrency circles hints at Qatar's sovereign wealth fund eyeing a colossal $500 billion in Bitcoin. Now, it obviously isn't going, they obviously isn't going to throw 500 billion in Bitcoin at once. That would be dumb. But even if they do it over 3 or 5 years, it's still going to be like $100, $200 million a day. And that, along with the ETF money, will hyper pump Bitcoin. You know, I didn't think 250K was possible. But with this, if this is true, it is possible. I don't think you guys realize how much 500 billion is in terms of pumping the market cap. Some people will actually think it only pumps the market cap 500 billion. That's not true. The market cap for Bitcoin might be at 800 billion right now, but I doubt you could even take 80 billion out of it without dropping it to $1 or something like that. So yeah, the liquidity, the liquidity would not be able to handle a $500 billion injection. That would skyrocket the price way up, well past 150,000 if this is true. This might even be enough to prevent the next bear market if it's true. So, breaking news. And we don't know if it's 100% confirmed yet, but the Middle East is very, very bullish on crypto, so it might well be true. Max Kaiser reports of rumors that Qatar's sovereign wealth fund has entered Bitcoin market and could be interested in purchasing up to $500 billion of Bitcoin. This is from Twitter. If this happens, BCT.X will go further than 150K per coin that I can tell you. BlackRock ETF and Qatar bid. The BlackRock ETF won't have as much money as this Qatar bid. Even if you take BlackRock plus Fidelity, plus ARK, plus Franklin Templeton and all those, it won't be 500 billion for Bitcoin because they can allocate only a small portion of their funds towards Bitcoin. And Qatar doesn't have those restrictions though. Qatar has none of those restrictions because they're not bound by US regulation. They could dump $1 trillion into Bitcoin right now if they have it. They're not going to all at once. But, Max Kaiser saying 500K per Bitcoin sooner than expected, maybe. But I'm willing to bet 250K if it's truly 500 billion. That would put buying pressure of over $100 million a day more on top of what BlackRock is doing for Bitcoin. And this could foam way, way higher than anything we've actually ever seen if they even start buying. Now, some people are saying it seems like BS to me. And they're asking ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is not the best place to look for answers. So basically, according to Wikipedia, the Qatar Investment Authority, the sovereign wealth fund of Qatar, had an estimated 475 billion of US dollars of assets under management as of October 2023. So obviously, they only have about $500 billion under management as of October 2023. They're obviously not going to put it all in crypto. But, if they put it over several years, it could end up being a couple $100 billion. Let's be honest, Qatar probably got more liquidity than we in the Western world know, just of oil money. I don't know this, just the rumors. And the thing is, I don't really even mind if it's over 10 years, like $50 billion a year. That's a lot of money, folks. $50 billion a year. That's like $1 billion like every 7 days, over 100 million a day if they do it over 10 years. This is definitely possible. I don't really know how likely it is, but if these rumors are actually true, then anything is really possible for in terms of Bitcoin price. I think the 150K would be way too low if these rumors are true, but it's a rumor, so don't completely bank on it. And of course, if Bitcoin goes up, the rest of the coins will go up too. They will probably start leaking some into altcoins as well. Qatar doesn't have any limitations on what coin they can actually buy. However, it is a rumor. We really don't know the true source of this. We don't really know about the true source of this. It could be fake as well. And obviously, they could just be pumping this up in anticipation of a big dump once these rumors are not true. But this just came out today, and that's why it's up 2,000-3,000 points today. In response to these rumors, Bitcoin surged past the $42,000 mark, and it's actually past the $44,000 mark as well. So this is a big event, a big speculation event. And of course, it could set us up for a $45,000 or $50,000 major retrace back to $40,000. I don't think it would actually bring us down below $40K at this point, but it could set us up for a retrace to about $40K if, cold water is poured on this particular rumor. But I'm not really sure if the Qatari government itself is going to pour cold water on this rumor. So very interesting tidbit right there. And I hope it's definitely true. That would pump Bitcoin past all our wildest dreams if this kind of money came in. And even though there's only $500 billion in the wealth fund, like I said, they don't have to put it all in at once. They could just use part of their yearly oil revenues to put in for this crypto fund. So that makes it a little bit more than possible. Another piece of good news is the US crypto firms spent more lobbying in 2023 than before the FTX collapse, and you're seeing the results of that lobbying. Although one of our greatest advocates, Patrick McHenry, is stepping down from Congress, probably because he might be, he's saying that he's not really MAGA, but the Republican caucus is becoming more and more MAGA, so he's just going out. They're probably trying to clean everyone out that's not MAGA. But unfortunately, he is one of the greatest crypto advocates out there. However, I do think there will be someone to replace him, and Tom Emmer is still there. So companies connected with the crypto and blockchain industry in the United States reportedly spent more than $3 million on lobbying in the first 3 quarters of 2023 than over the same period in 2022. So they plus $3 million their lobbying efforts. And according to a December 5th Reuters reporting citing data from U.S. government transparency group Open Secrets, crypto firms spent roughly $19 million on lobbying so far. Now, that's nothing compared to traditional finance, traditional tech, but it is a lot for cryptocurrency, and we are seeing results. We're seeing more allies in Congress, but of course, the fat cat banks lobby with a lot more money, so they're getting their way even more. Obviously, we can't compete with the money that they have, but we're getting to be a substantial contributor in the government funding sweepstakes. And of course, that will get more crypto-friendly policies into Congress, and that's in both parties. You're seeing members from both parties clap their support of Gary Gensler and start supporting crypto instead. And you're seeing the SEC's allies thin out in terms of ranks. And the regulatory uncertainty, this year and next year, I believe, is going to be an up year for crypto. So they're going to be able to pour even more money from Bitcoin into basically lobbying, and they're going to be able to vie with other big economic interests to get the policies we want, maybe to even just shut off the SEC and make it not be able to go after crypto, because money talks, and they all need money for their campaigns. So this is a very good turn of events for crypto. It'll put some of the money in our hands as well. Hopefully they can just clear the whole securities issue. They can get some international regulations, and then crypto can go on its merry way without being harassed by people like Gary Gensler. But everything looks kind of good right now in terms of how much money we're spending lobbying politicians and the results that we're getting looking at the many new allies we have throughout Congress because of that lobbying money. And the SEC is kind of in dire straits. They've actually submitted a letter to the court saying that it should be the judge that determines whether the Terra Luna case and not the jury, because the tokens at issue are a legal question for a court, not a factual question for the jury, because they're saying there's no dispute of facts, and they're actually right about that, of like the buying process and everything. But I think the SEC does know that if they do go to a jury ruling, they're probably going to lose, and they obviously don't want to lose all their jurisdiction in crypto. So they're really wanting a judge to decide, because I think it's easier for them to win that way. But you can just see the SEC is just not having a very good time in court right now. They're writing all these proposals, writing all these letters, and they're trying to like shift things in their favor, obviously, because with the way things stand, the courts and the juries, they do not favor the SEC, and the SEC knows it. Under Gary Gensler, they're still going ahead with trying to make all crypto securities, but it is not working very well with them, and they know that it's not working very well with them. So another plus for the crypto industry, Gary Gensler and the SEC are going down, and we are going up. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.